The 2026 World Cup is going to feel different the moment it starts, because for the first time the tournament is spread across 3 countries and 16 host cities. That means the venues aren't just stadiums, they're full atmospheres. Some cities will feel like classic football cathedrals. Some will feel like futuristic mega events with giant roofs and LED screens. Some will feel like summer festivals, where the match is only half the story. So in this video, we're going venue by venue, what makes each stadium unique, what kind of matchday vibe you can expect, and why this place fits the World Cup. Let's start in Mexico, where football history is basically part of the air. 1. Mexico City, Estadio Azteca. This is the headline venue for pure World Cup heritage. The Azteca is one of the most famous stadiums ever, and it's set up perfectly for a global opener vibe. Loud, emotional, and dramatic from the first whistle. What makes it feel different is how historic it is. When a big moment happens here, it doesn't just feel like a goal. It feels like a chapter being added to football history. And because it's in a massive capital city, the atmosphere outside the stadium will feel like a tournament hub. Non-stop crowds, non-stop noise, non-stop flags. 2. Guadalajara Estadio Akron. Guadalajara brings a different type of energy. More regional pride, more "this is our city" emotion. This venue is known for being modern and intense, and the crowd style in this part of Mexico is the kind that doesn't wait for the match to get exciting. They create the excitement. Expect a venue where momentum swings feel bigger, because the noise level makes every attack feel like a wave. It's the type of stadium where underdogs can feel 10 feet taller. 3. Monterrey Estadio BBVA. If Mexico City is history, Monterrey is modern power. This venue looks and feels like a next-generation football stadium, clean, sharp, and built for spectacle. Monterrey as a host city also adds that big event polish. The infrastructure is strong, and the matchday experience is designed to feel premium. When the World Cup hits this stadium, it's going to feel like a global concert, except the singer is 22 players, and the crowd is the chorus. Now Canada. 2 venues. 2 totally different vibes, both built for major events. 4. Toronto BMO Field. This is going to be one of the most summer tournament venues in the entire World Cup. Toronto is a global city, so the crowd mix will be insane. Fans from everywhere, turning the streets into a parade. The stadium itself is known for being compact and intense, meaning the sound doesn't disappear upward. It stays on the pitch. That's perfect for World Cup group games, where one upset can flip an entire group. This venue will feel close, loud, and personal. 5. Vancouver BC Place. Vancouver's venue is the indoor World Cup vibe. Huge scale, big roof energy, and a city that feels like a postcard even when you're just walking to the match. A roofed stadium changes the sound completely. It turns chants into echoes, and echoes into pressure. This is the type of place where big teams love playing because it feels controlled. But smaller teams also love it because the atmosphere can become a single wall of noise. Expect this venue to feel dramatic even in a 0-0. Now the United States, 11 cities, which means the World Cup is basically doing a national tour. 6. Seattle. Lumen Field. Seattle is built for loud games. This venue is known for crowd volume and a fan culture that treats matchday like a ritual. You'll get that European-style intensity feeling where the stadium doesn't just react, it drives the match. It's also a city with a strong football community, so even neutral games should feel alive. If there's a surprise run by an underdog team, Seattle feels like the kind of venue where that story could be born. 7. San Francisco Bay Area Levi's Stadium. This venue brings the big event polish, tech city energy, modern design, and that feeling of, this is a global tournament, not just a match. The Bay Area crowd will also be uniquely international. Fans from every background, every diaspora, every football culture. That matters, because World Cup games aren't only played on grass, they're played in the vibe of the crowd. Expect a venue where you might hear 5 languages in one chant section. 8. Los Angeles SoFi Stadium. This is the Hollywood World Cup venue. SoFi is pure spectacle, giant structure, huge screens, and the feeling that you're inside a futuristic arena rather than a traditional stadium. The LA crowd will be a mix. hardcore supporters, casual fans, celebrities, tourists, and people who just want to say they were there. And that combination can create a weirdly perfect World Cup mood, because the World Cup is the one tournament where everyone becomes a fan. 9. Dallas. AT&T Stadium in Dallas is where scale becomes the story. This venue is enormous, built for massive events, and it will feel like a World Cup main stage every time the lights come on. The big thing here is how the building makes matches feel bigger than they already are, like the game is taking place inside a monument. For high-profile group matches, knockout matches, rivalry games, this is a venue that can handle the size of the moment. 10. Houston NRG Stadium. Houston's venue is about intensity and comfort. Big crowd, controlled environment, and a city that's incredibly international. In World Cup terms, that's a cheat code. International cities create international crowds, which means neutral matches don't feel neutral. You'll have fan groups from everywhere showing up like it's their home stadium. And with a roofed environment, the sound and the pressure stay trapped inside. If a match becomes chaotic late, this venue will amplify it. 11. Kansas City Arrowhead Stadium. Kansas City is the pure sports city World Cup stop. This venue is famous for crowd intensity, and you can already imagine how it translates to football. Loud, physical, emotional. The best part of venues like this is that even if the match is low quality, the atmosphere makes it feel high stakes. Kansas City will be the kind of place where you don't just watch a World Cup game, you survive it, because the noise feels like it's pushing the ball forward. 12. Atlanta Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Atlanta is a modern mega venue with a big show identity. This is one of the sleekest, most event-ready stadiums in the tournament. Expect elite presentation, lights, screens, sound, and pacing that makes the match feel like a production. That's perfect for high-pressure games, because the crowd stays engaged even when the match slows. Atlanta will feel like a World Cup city that knows exactly how to host. 13. Miami Hard Rock Stadium. Miami is the festival venue. The crowd mix here will be wild. Latin American energy, Caribbean flavor, tourists, locals, and traveling fan bases, turning the city into a celebration before kickoff even happens. The stadium will feel like a party that just happens to have a football match inside it. And those are the matches where weird things happen. Late goals, dramatic momentum swings, and underdogs feeding off the chaos. 14. Boston Gillette Stadium. Boston's venue will feel like a classic big match in the Northeast setting. Serious crowd, high energy, and a fan base that loves intensity. The World Cup here will feel sharp, less party, more purpose. It's the kind of venue where you can imagine tense knockout games, where every tackle gets a roar and every missed chance gets a full-body groan. If you like matches that feel like pressure from minute one, this venue will deliver. 15. Philadelphia Lincoln Financial Field. Philadelphia is a crowd city, and in the World Cup, crowd cities become story factories. This venue is the type where emotions run hot. Chants, boos, cheers, nerves, everything. That matters because World Cup football isn't always pretty. Sometimes it's tense, sometimes it's cagey, sometimes it's survival. In a venue like this, even a cautious match feels intense, because the crowd keeps demanding something to happen. 16. New York, New Jersey MetLife Stadium. This is the main stage of the tournament. FIFA has announced the final will be played here, and it makes sense. Huge market, huge venue, huge global spotlight. This stadium isn't just hosting a match, it's hosting the moment the entire tournament becomes history. In World Cup terms, this is where legends get crowned, where one performance becomes a lifetime memory, where the trophy lift becomes the image that defines 2026 forever. That's the full map. 16 venues, each with its own personality. History in Mexico, global city energy in Canada, and a full stadium tour across the United States. And the coolest part is this. In a World Cup spread across so many places, the venue itself can change the match. A roof can trap noise and build pressure. A crowd culture can turn a normal group game into a war. A city can feel like a neutral site, or like someone's home. So comment one thing. Which venue are you most hyped for? Azteca, SoFi, Arrowhead, or MetLife? And why? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. And drop a comment what topic I should explain next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.